Hi, my name is Mariana. Today we're going to talk about in this video, we're going to talk about a classroom assessment technique called student-generated test questions. So let me share the slides and we're going to discuss this. Student-generated test questions. Let's explain the strategy. As we know, as the name itself says, the strategy is such that students should create their own questions for the future upcoming test or quiz. It could be a midterm, finals, final exam. These questions could be potentially the questions that the teacher will give them on the test. What are some of the principles that drive this strategy? Is that maybe the first and foremost, to what extent does the student comprehend the material? Then what does the student consider significant? There should be alignment with the instructor thought of what is significant and students. And here, by applying the strategy, instructor can assure they are on the same page. And the third principle is that students can gain a sense of involvement, responsibility, and greater autonomy. In what context would this strategy work best? Definitely if we assign this couple of weeks before the scheduled test or quiz, as suggested in the Classroom Assessment Technique book, A Handbook for College Teachers by Angela and Cross. What are some of the limitations? Let's see. So, potentially, there will be guidance needed. Many students may require guidance when it comes to creating test questions, as they may not be initially familiar with the process. So we should help them with that, and also familiarizing them about the cognitive levels. So we should maybe go and advise them to not choose maybe the lower level of the cognitive thinking. Then influence on question types. Some students might attempt to influence the types of questions that appear on the test, possibly advocating for easier questions. Drawing from personal experience, I've encountered instances where students were involved in grading or other aspects of the assessment process, maybe self-grading or other their classmates. They're attempted to use their roles to their advantage. Therefore, instructors should be watchful and attentive to such behavior. And finally, the instructors must maintain honesty and clarity in their communication with students to ensure that student expectations are met. If we say that the questions will be on the test, then we should provide these questions to be on the test. Failure to do so can lead to students feeling deceived, disappointed, or breakdown of trust in teachers' words and actions, resulting in unfulfilled expectations and broken promises. We should be very careful because we are working with adults, and also at the end of the day, we're role models. What are some of these advantages? And definitely this strategy is will be enjoyable for students, as one research from Toplitsky says, the design of the questions is activity that students genuinely enjoy. Who would like to create their own questions? The second advantage is that by using this strategy in the long run, learning gains are observed, even when students attempt to fail answering these questions by the same research from Toplitsky 2018. The third one is that by implementing the strategy, instructors can gain a deeper understanding of their class's expectations regarding the upcoming test, as discussed in Angela and Cross. And also, they can lessen the anxiety that some students might have around the test. Finally, we have the self-assessment. Student self-assessment. So this approach allows students to self-assess their comprehension of the material as suggested by Angela and Cross. It helps students identify what they have understand and areas when they may need more clarification. What are some of the best practices? By the research from Tufitsky, they gave the students multiple choice questions. They assigned the students to create multiple choice questions. There was included peer interaction, either group work, answering the questions in group, maybe peers, and they provided timely feedback. There measured 7.44 improvement by applying these strategies. Let's see the feedback, how we can give our students feedback. So we should first review and categorize the pool of the questions and then share the observations with the class. We should address overrepresented or underrepresented topics and address some specific strengths in their questions, such as clarity, relevance, or creativity. We should take some good, positive examples of questions and then accent them and discuss with the class, and also take maybe some not so good examples, examples where we might need more of improvement, and show those weaker sides, so they will be next time they will not be included. We should allow students the opportunity to revise their questions based on the feedback received. That means that's why we can give them 2 to 3 weeks before the test, so they have enough time, and set a deadline for revised question to be submitted, because we don't want to go over the test date, of course. This activity also encourages self-reflection. References. And thank you so much. I hope they enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching it. Bye-bye.